They literally decided to put monetization aside to make a good game. And in my opinion, that's where we want gaming to go. If more games are willing to put aside their monetization, put aside their bad predatory practices, and just focus on making a good game, I promise you, they'll get money. I will give them money. And I'm sure a lot of other people will too. Yo guys, and welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about something a bit different. Our main focus is going to be Blue Protocol for this channel for the foreseeable future. I'm still loving the game and we are going to be playing a lot of it. However, I am going to be covering Duet Night Abyss. So if you don't know, Duet Night Abyss is an open world kind of exploration game, much like we've seen before, whether it's be, Wuthering Waves or Genshin Impact or other games like that. However, it's not actually a gacha game. And so it's more along the lines of the First Descendant or Warframe. And so I'm really excited about it, and I'm going to be covering it, and I wanted to just talk to you guys a little bit about that. All right, so in the background, I'm probably just going to have some Duet Night Abyss stuff going on, but there's honestly a bunch of things that I'm really excited about. In case you didn't know, I'm a big fan of games such as Wuthering Waves, and previously, before we played Wuthering Waves, we played a lot of Genshin Impact and those kind of games as well. So this is just like a further improvement of that. So I still plan to be playing Wuthering Waves on the side. I really enjoy that game quite a bit. However, I think at the end of the day, we can all agree that all of those games that I previously mentioned, the gacha ones specifically, they were all bad in a way, and the bad comes from the gacha system. Gacha systems never actually fit into a game. What happens instead is these companies, they take games that are good and they pull things out of them and force them behind daily logins and paid systems, gacha systems, etc. And so when they do that, it inherently makes the game just objectively worse of an experience. And so that's part of the reason why I'm super excited about this game, is that it's not a gacha. You can earn all the characters and all the weapons in the game, including new ones that come out later on, all for free. You don't have to pay a single dime. I personally have absolutely loved playing the First Descendant. It's not really something that I like to stream or really make content on because it can be a bit grindy and repetitive, but it's very fun to play and I do really enjoy it. And so I'm excited to be doing some of that streaming and also content creation for Duet Night Abyss. I want to try and do a little bit of like build guides maybe, and like just other stuff too. We'll have to see as we go. I'm sure there's some kind of end game to the game as well, but I am kind of leaving it a little bit of a surprise. I'm just really excited about where the game looks to be going, and most importantly, their monetization. At the end of the day, I truly respect any developers that are trying to shake up the system. Like I said, this is like a Wuthering Waves, Genshin Impact style game without the shitty systems, and they are genuinely shitty systems. So I'm looking forward to seeing what a game can be like when you can just play it and not have to worry about daily energy, or playing it and not have to worry about farming the absolute most weekly primo gems or the currency, right? The Asterites. It's so taxing having to make sure I log in every single day and play and make sure I get the most out of my Asterites, and potentially, get baited into buying the monthly pass, although it's not really a bait, right? They're pretty good value, but you get my point, right? There's this whole other layer that when you start adding these systems into the game, it just kind of makes the homework worse and it makes the experience worse. And so I'm looking forward to seeing somebody try and truly break the wheel, make it so that way maybe we can have a game that focuses less on predatory monetization and more about making a quality game and then monetizing afterwards. The way the games currently work, right? There's so many limitations on the teams that you can build, the combinations that you can make, right? Like you can't really even truly experiment because of the way that everything is locked behind those paywalls. So there's going to be a lot of experimentation. There's going to be a lot of just trying things out and having fun. And I feel like I miss that in a lot of games. And so I'm excited to see more of that just in gaming in general, but specifically coming to this kind of genre, this kind of feel of game. One of my biggest critiques I feel about every game I have right now, literally every single one of them, whether it be Lost Ark, Genshin Impact, bro, don't even get me started on the new bow in Honkai Star Rail. Like, what is that, $300 or $200 for a weapon skin? that slightly changes the animation for your ultimate, like, it's getting ridiculous. I want a game that's really gonna double down, especially on special effects, man. Go crazy with it. And honestly, Duet Night Abyss seems to have done that. I'll try and put a clip above. They talked about in the special program that released a few days ago, they talked about how they're specifically making it so you can pick the colors of your animations. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is about taking stuff to the next level when it truly comes to cosmetics. I always kind of harp back to what Ghostcrawler said when he was at Riot, where they could make a full large-scale MMO at Riot where they could have it only monetized on cosmetics. No pay for power or anything. No premium cost, no subscription, no nothing. Just cosmetics. We live in a world where that's possible. People just don't choose to do it because it's not going to be as profitable as something like Genshin. Or at least it's not proven to have been that profitable yet. But part of the reason why I think it hasn't been proven to be that profitable is because people have been lazy, incredibly lazy. I cannot think of a single game out there that has not been lazy with their cosmetics. And I truly believe that that's because of their lack of innovation and lack of understanding that how those things can be monetized in a way that even if they cost more money to make, surely it will be profitable. Absolutely. And I truly believe Duet Night Abyss has every chance to be incredibly successful based on just the fact that they're willing to experiment, they're willing to go further with their customization for cosmetics. People love that stuff. You know, as much as I hate on the Hoyo bow that they just released, you know people are buying it. You know they are. And just like the people bought the $300 Ari skin for League of Legends, right? Like, people are down to spend a lot of money for cosmetics. A lot of money. It's not a new thing. People love cosmetics. And if you give them cool cosmetics that you can earn and then amazing cosmetics that they can purchase, everyone's going to be happy in the end. People are willing to spend money on skins. They always have been. And I'm so glad to see someone that's actually trying to take it a step further. Make a good game. And honestly, I truly believe that if they make a good game and don't monetize it, don't make it predatory, people are going to flock to the game. They genuinely are. They're going to enjoy it. They're going to find themselves maybe even spending a little bit of money to look kind of good. I think the game has a lot of places where it will obviously need to grow over time, but I'm excited about it. I'm excited about trying to cover it. And I know that it's not going to be like this amazing finished project, right? Like, it's unfair to look at a game like Wuthering Waves and compare it directly to Duet Night Abyss. Wuthering Waves has been out for several years, the same with Genshin Impact. Do yourself a favor and don't compare them directly. But understand, Duet Night Abyss, compare it to Wuthering Waves first launched, or when Genshin Impact first launched. All those games, when they first launched, they weren't complete, they weren't fixed, they had their issues, but they're still good games. So I hope you guys are going to give Duet Night Abyss a try. I'm really excited about covering it some more. We're going to be playing it here and there on the channel. Like I said, we're going to be focusing mainly on Blue Protocol still, but I definitely want to play this game and I do want to help support the devs because I think that, like I said, they're doing a really good thing. They're looking to explore other options, and more importantly, they literally decided to put monetization aside to make a good game. And in my opinion, that's where we want gaming to go. If more games are willing to put aside their monetization, put aside their bad predatory practices, and just focus on making a good game, I promise you, they'll get money. I will give them money. And I'm sure a lot of other people will too. If you guys like the video, please leave a like down below. Comment if you guys want to talk about anything related to Duet Night Abyss or anything else. I'm always happy to discuss anything down there with you guys. If you guys have a favorite character, maybe tell me who you guys are going to be working on trying to make. And, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Duet Night Abyss and Blue Protocol content. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Oh, and also don't forget, I stream every night on Twitch after 8 p.m. We're going to be covering Duet Night Abyss on launch day. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Peace.